Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Ish.
It's your boy B to the R to the Y-A-N. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You like I did that?
Yeah. Now you can put on a lot of juice today.
I feel like I usually do. It's your boy Bryan, and just cut it, and you're kind of like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like I need it. We'll work on it.
We're working those intros, man. But welcome, guys, to Coast to Coast.
Yes, where we give you everything: pop culture, news, and entertainment.
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy week, like every week these days. So
Yes,
let's
indeed.
get straight into it, my brother.
All right.
I forgot that we probably should start the episode with a prayer today, right?
With a prayer.
Yeah. Our Father, who art in the White House, thy tantrum throw. Thy Epstein file.
Yo, what? No.
The new savior.
I don't.
Trump,
Nah, bro.
I thought that's the natural progression for Christians, you know. Trump.
No, we're not gonna do that ever. We also have Artemis 2 launched on April Fool's this past Wednesday. It's kind of weird because it's on April Fool's. They could have picked any other day, so it's kind of weird because you know the first satellite ever was also launched on April Fool's, 1960, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, guys, with all these conspiracies, with all these, like, is this stuff real? Was the moon landing real? And then for us to find out that, like, some of the base images came out on April 1st, bruh.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you know about the fact that apparently, right, with the powers that be and like the dark forces, there's just sort of this thing where they kind of like have to let us know in a way.
Yeah.
Of these things that
they have to put it out in the open because they believe in karmic
energy.
Energy. Yeah, karma. Yeah, they heavily believers in karma. So if they don't put it out in the open, they believe that it would come back on them. So
yeah, because if they put it out in the open and then we as the people allow it and let it happen, then we sort of okayed it, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy that apparently that's how the dark world works.
Wow.
So that's why deception is a motherfucker, and should be looking out for all these deceptive mother suckers out there.
Right. Also, we are breaking down Kanye's video that was directed by his wife, Bianca. Crazy video. Yes, wow. And then also we have scientists are disappearing. Either they go missing after they left their house to go on a nice walk.
Not any old scientists. Scientists working on the most high profile, secretive,
like top IQ level scientists. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Apparently the one scientist is the guy who's working on asteroid deflection sort of technology. Right?
Yeah.
So they're working on whatever, like if like we have asteroid.
Yeah, jet propulsion research, like all of these really high classified scientists are going missing, or they're coming up deceased. They're just coming up dead.
That's crazy.
Just out of the, you know what I mean, out of nowhere.
At this time in history, with the current sort of shift of authoritarianism happening, academia is being slammed, and our scientists are disappearing. You guys tell us what y'all think.
Yeah, and then also we are going to be talking about Ashlee Jenae. It's going crazy right now. She's a 31 years old African American woman that just came up missing when she went to, I think they were in Africa with her fiance. They got married, and she just came up missing. And her family says there's no way she is somebody that would offer her own self. So they now have the husband detained.
Crazy.
And yeah, we're gonna get into that really crazy stuff.
Let's get straight into it, man. I feel like I was already starting to talk about stuff. Sorry.
Right. No, you're good. All right, so we also had the Artemis 2 launch to the moon. Let's check that video out real quick.
Is targeted no earlier than 6:24 p.m. EDT, Wednesday, April 1st. Wednesday, April 1st. Did they actually do this on April Fool's Day? Do you guys know that the first official image of Earth that NASA gave to all of you sheep was on April 1st, 1960, also April Fool's Day? It's so funny that it's not enough to deceive all of humanity about where we...
Not enough to deceive us. They gotta clown us too.
Yo, real quick, shout out Dre OG Reacts, really fire YouTube channel. I actually got that video from his page, really dope. Yeah, bro.
Riddle me that one.
It's just like at some point you have to ask the question, right? If these things line up and it's on NASA, if you want to go to NASA and type it in, you'll literally see on NASA's page. I have it pulled up right here. It says NASA, launch of Tiros-1, launched April 1st, 1960, NASA's first satellite designed to determine if Earth could be studied from space, and the mission, managed and operated by NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, was a spiritual predecessor to today's expansive Earth observations fleet.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's on the page.
Listen, I'm loving the conspiracies, but this can't be real, bro. You're telling me
It's definitely a script. We are in a script, bro. We're in the Truman Show, and they're just sitting back like, yo, they can't get enough of this shit.
April Fools.
April fucking Fools.
Not enough for them to deceive us. They also gotta like clown us,
bro. Wow. And
but I'm not lying though. Like those people really, they sit there and like, oh my gosh, these motherfuckers are fools. Like they really think we like fools. And and they work on us. They work on us.
They're good. I can't lie. They're some of the best directors ever.
My G, all
They're
this
good.
Programming. they know. Like I mean, like there's a.
Granted, they've had a lot of time to work on it.
There's a particular community I don't want to talk about, right? Which is said to be wanting to genuinely take over the world. Like those people, bro, like they really feel like they have a cause. They're not just living like the rest of us, and they think we're so stupid because of things like this.
Yeah, man. Anyways, so on to Kanye's new video. He just dropped the album Bully. Have you listened to it yet?
I've not listened to the whole album. I've only seen that song, Father, actually.
Okay.
Just briefly as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have not seen it either. No, I mean, I haven't heard it. I heard maybe 3 or 4 songs, but I did see the video.
Yeah.
You saw that one with that
in the church?
Yeah, in the church.
Yeah.
Bianca directed, bro.
I didn't know his wife directed that.
Yeah, his wife directed it. It was so much going on. So we decided that we're gonna check out a breakdown video to see if we missed any like gems that were in it, because you know it's an EA video, so there's
gotta be some symbolism and some messaging in there.
There's gotta be.
It can't just be random.
Nah,
it looks random.
It really.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, so like when I watch the video, I'm like, okay, it looks stylistic and creative. But
right, it looks.
I'm not gonna tell you what this stuff means, so I'd love to
check it out. All right, let's check the video.
The music video for Father is filled with hidden messages, but here's one that I see no one really talking about.
The music video for Father is filled with hidden messages, but here's one that I see no one really talking about. Let me explain. First, I gotta say, excuse me, I am in my robe, it's late night, but let's get it. Now, unless you live under a rock, you would see that this video came out, and a lot of people have been doing breakdown videos, but the one detail I haven't seen no one mention in the breakdown videos, right behind Kanye, there just so happened to be a younger version of him, and you're probably wondering, how do I know this is a younger version of Kanye? But when you look at the mother of the little boy, you will see she has a cat face, and you're probably wondering, how does that even connect? Hear me out, there's an ongoing joke on Reddit called the Donda Cat, and it's where there's a cat with the Donda vest. If that didn't convince you, this should. A couple days ago, a group visited Donda's house, and as you can see, there's nothing in that window. Well, that's because that picture is old, and more recently, there's been a cat spotted in the window. And people all over Twitter was talking about this. So when I seen this little boy and his mother who has a cat face, it was clear to me that that was Kanye and his mother, but it gets a little bit deeper. In the video, Baby Ye is playing with something. We're gonna call him Baby Ye. But yeah, he's playing with something in his hand that y'all probably don't recognize. You don't recognize it because they took all the colors away. He's playing with a Rubik's Cube. You're probably wondering, why did they take the colors off the Rubik's Cube? If you remember the song Violent Crimes where Kanye talks about being a father, you would also remember these lines. They gotta repaint the colors. The lie is wearing off. Reality is upon us. Colors dripping off. Now at this point, the colors are past dripping off. They're completely gone. The jig is up, and that's exactly what we see in this video. The even crazier part is that no one realizes it except for the kid. Or at least he's the only one that's bothered by it. Let me show you. Our first sign of this is when the kid side-eyes the pastor who is swinging around a thurible with no smoke. If you're Catholic, you more than likely know what a thurible or a censer is, and there's usually smoke coming out of it. But in this case, there isn't any smoke. It's a facade. And the kid clearly knows that. We then have this moment that looks like a pageant winner entering the stage, and I can go deeper into this in another video. Let me know down in the comments. But you're probably wondering, where's Baby Ye? He is under the seat crawling to the front. Crawling to the front to do what? To blow one of the candles out that was on the altar. And as you can see, his mom is upset. Not only is she upset, but she apologizes to the pastor. And as she walks away, 2 astronauts walk in. The same astronauts that would then pull off Kanye's face, revealing that it was a mask and he was really an alien. What? Now, interesting enough, when this happens, only 2 people are staring at the camera. Fabio, aka Michael Jackson, and Baby Ye. I'm just not realizing that the alien / Ye is looking too. And it's almost as if they're looking at the camera like, bruh, y'all see this? Like, come on. This next part is actually one of my favorite parts because we see Travis walk in with 2 twins, right? And it looks like they're gonna get married and you got the wedding cake pulling up in the back. Baby Ye sees his opportunity to pretty much ruin this whole entire wedding and was like, all right, I'm gonna stand up, stick my foot out and trip the cake holder so we can ruin the whole thing. And he successfully does it too, but then we find out the cake is fake. And when you realize the cake is fake, you also realize the kid didn't really trip him. The cake holder purposefully did that. It's as if he was playing with the kid, you know? Pretty much showing him, oh yeah, we know it's fake. We all know this is fake, but we're all acting. Now in the last scene when the wedding is over and everybody's walking out, you can see the mom dragging the son with her as if he's about to go to somewhere he doesn't want to be. She also takes his Rubik's Cube. And like I mentioned before, there is so much more, such as the conversation that these two are having the entire time. So if you would like a part 2, let me know in the comments down below and don't forget to like and follow. Ran out.
Bro.
Brother. This is actually weird as hell.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Crazy, bro. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to They Killed Ryan, RYN on Instagram. On TikTok. He snapped on that breakdown. There's 3 parts. Y'all gotta go watch that because it's
I gotta go check them out for sure.
Yeah.
Cause I hadn't watched the video properly. I've seen it like once, bro, but I couldn't have come up with that. But this really makes me want to go and actually watch, bro. And damn, man, he's speaking over there. He communicated for sure.
Yeah. Man.
I love the Rubik's Cube analogy and about the colors, that are gone from the Rubik's Cube. There's a lot of like just potent eerie symbolism.
Shit, bro.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all think down below. If there's any other stuff that he may have missed. That breakdown. Y'all let us know, man. Mental.
Right. So speaking of mental, there are like 10, I think it might be more now, scientists missing. Those scientists, like we said earlier, high-grade scientists, jet propulsion scientists, like the highest military. There was a 5-star general that went missing as well. And generals don't just go missing. Like, bro, their whole life, once they get to that level, is really heavily monitored, bro. They do not just go missing. So
the times are terrifying,
bro. Let's check.
Scientists that are working on the highest profile stuff.
Yeah, let's check the video on that.
Attention. We're talking about a number of U.S. scientists, some connected to very sensitive research, who have died or disappeared. Let's break down what we know so far. We're going to start with Carl Grillmar. Carl Grillmar, pictured here, was an astrophysicist at Caltech. He worked on a NASA-supported space telescope project and infrared systems. Now, he was shot and killed at his home just 2 months ago. Then there's Frank Maywald. He was a senior scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, focused on advanced satellite systems, and he died nearly 2 years ago, but his cause of death has never been made public. Meanwhile, Monica Reza also reportedly connected to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab project. She went missing last summer while hiking in California. No trace. It keeps going. There's William McCaslin, a retired Air Force general. He too is missing. He's a former head of Air Force Research Lab and oversaw advanced space and surveillance programs. He's been missing advanced space and surveillance programs.
Hey, low key, I want to stop talking about. I want to go missing myself. I don't want to go missing.
Yo,
that is so crazy.
Yo, well, luckily none of us are scientists, so I think we might be good.
Yeah, I think we might be.
At least for a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So guys, I will always say this, bro. What puts whistleblowers at risk is the fact that they will be the only ones talking. We need society to wake up, guys. We need everyone to be on the same page. Man, we need more whistleblowers, I tell you that.
That's true, bro. Hey, really wild news. I don't know if you've seen this, but going viral. Ashlee Jenae, African-American, 31 years old woman, she was bad too.
Oh, dude, she's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she just was found deceased by her husband that took her to Africa to get married. The family stated that she's not one to take her life. So right now, the husband has been detained And it's crazy, man. He's now currently detained, and it's wild because it's eerie, if you will, because the last post that she posted was her in Africa living like a Nubian queen, and in the comments people were saying, "Yo, I hope he doesn't kill you. This looks too good to be true, bruh." Like there's a video. Let's check the video right quick. Right.
All right, you guys. So the family of Ashlee Jenae, whose real name is Ashlee Robinson, they have spoken out. They did an interview with the news last night, and they've cleared up a lot of information that has been put out by the authorities in Africa. So Ashlee's parents, they're saying that they talked to Ashlee throughout the time that she was in Africa. They talked to her after the proposal on April 3rd. They talked to her on her birthday on April 5th. And on April 8th, they got a call from Ashlee saying that her and Joe had gotten into this very bad argument and they had separated rooms. Now, we know authorities have also confirmed this information about them being in separate rooms. Now, what's strange is that very next day, which is April 9th, Ashlee's mom received a call from Joe. And Joe told her that Ashlee was in the hospital and that she had did something to herself. When they asked Joe around what time did this take place, he told them it took place around 11 hours prior. Now, let's remember, Ashlee's mom had just talked to her the day prior. She knew about the argument. She knew about all of this. Now, not long after that, they end up getting another phone call that Ashlee had sadly passed away. Now, in the report that the family showed on the news, it says, according to the husband, she herself on the door. Now, even though they were put in separate rooms, we don't know if they were still communicating. We don't know if Joe was going back and forth to her room or she was going to his room. All we know is Joe was the person who alerted the villa about what happened to Ashlee. Now, during this interview, her family was still adamant that Ashlee did not do this to herself, and they still want a further investigation. The HRA is also calling for a full investigation into the death of Ashlee Robinson. They want the authorities in Tanzania to look into this more and to do a full body investigation. Now, let me say this. I know you can't really say how a person is feeling on the inside. You can't really know what a person is going through. People fight silent battles every day. But this case right here is just not rubbing me the right way. The circumstances in this case is not making any sense. She's on vacation. She's in Africa. She's having a good time. In a matter of days, she got engaged to. It was her birthday. She's on Instagram commenting, posting, saying how happy she is. And the fact that they're saying she had just talked to her parents, she was okay, they were in separate rooms, and all of a sudden she went into a bedroom closet and did this with a piece of her clothing, y'all, is making no sense. And to me, the way it's described, it honestly seems like a staged crime scene. Now, I will keep you guys updated as more information comes out, and it's still justice for Ashlee Robinson.
Bro, that's insane. That's one of the biggest stories right now. So, do you think that this was premeditated, like all the way, like the entire reason they even went there and the proposal and everything? Do you think
like homies like Patrick Bateman?
Yeah.
Or like the guy from You.
Exactly.
Like that type of shit. But you'd have to be. You'd have to be, bro.
Bro, like, so wait, again, like, so you think he did it?
Bro, it just doesn't make sense, especially when you get the confirmation from the family saying she's not suicidal. And if you went on somebody's IG, like, you could see, yeah, you know what I mean? She was a baddie on Instagram, baddie, probably got hella DMs, you know what I'm saying?
And when you're someone who can call about your argument with your partners and things like that, you're not going to be the same person to also kill yourself over.
Right, because you have somebody to vent to. You have somebody to... Exactly, yeah. You have people that you can help process what you're going through. So, because usually the people that offer themselves, it's the opposite. They feel like they don't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah, so you feel like your parents are going to judge you. Why are you fighting your husband? Exactly. Nah, she confidently was talking to her people back home. So why is she going to go ahead and do that? Bro?
Right. Like
how bad would that argument be versus everything else, the beauty that they experience?
Yeah, that's exactly, bro. You're in one of the most beautiful places with wild animals roaming around. You get married and get engaged with a white lion, you know what I'm saying, walking in the distance. Like, it's like there's no way. Bro, you go from that to that and after. It would be different if it was random. The family didn't receive a call from her saying that, hey, we got into a really bad argument. Because there's arguments you have with your significant other, and there's no need to call your family to let them know, yo, this was bad. That is a situation where it had been that bad to where she had to let her family know in another country,
Right.
hey, and you know your family's gonna be worried about you, so you never wanna tell them, hey,
True story.
you know what I mean? Because think about how
And they just got married, could be embarrassing.
exactly. Oh, you already
This fight was weird.
It had to been crazy.
So I'm thinking maybe it wasn't premeditated, but man, these boys have a really, really bad
Temperament. Yeah.
They got bad tempers.
I'm thinking she might have called him micro penis, something crazy, and
He lost. He lost.
That's all I could think. That's the first thing that came to mind because these baddies, bro, they literally get sought after. Her, she probably has DMs from celebrities and shit.
Yeah, bro.
So she can easily pull out, like, man, you ain't shit. Like, look who I got. DM.
Probably made him feel so
insecure.
I mean, that's why in America you see ICE agents shooting women in the face.
100%.
The egos of some of these men is unbelievable. So I can buy that because like when you look at these pictures, bro, they really look like they were in love. They looked like it was great.
Yeah.
I think he got so mad and was like, I'm doing all of this for you.
Yeah.
And that's what it is with the men. They be like, I'm doing all of this, and then you're gonna what? Maybe he even saw a DM. We don't know.
Right.
But the other thing now that's bigger with the story is how people are. You know, the whole idea that she was what she called herself a divergent.
Well, it's a new word we just learned today. She is a divester.
What does that mean?
So that means that she is intentionally dating, and she is dating for people to raise her standards financially, emotionally, and to upgrade her lifestyle. So,
ladies, are these lifestyles really that worth it? You know, you got to buy girls. It's been a thing for years.
Oh yeah.
Most of these guys with crazy money. Most of these dudes with crazy money are bad, bro, and they do bad things for this money. But the ladies don't care, brother. As long as life is lavish. I would never. She does not deserve this. Nobody deserves this, especially not that lady, bro. And I'm hurt, bro. Because black women are very important.
Yeah. Condolences to the Robinson family.
You know, and I know it's kind of distasteful. This other dynamic of da 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 da. But I gotta say, this is how I feel. I gotta say, ladies, be careful. Especially with these guys that seem like they give you the dream life, because there's such a thing as. Sometimes if it's too good to be true, man, it usually is, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Watch it, man. Watch yourselves. The Birkin in the closet is not worth it. It's better when you get it your own. You know what I mean? You don't have to answer to anybody, and you don't have a situation where you might get off for it. You feel me? So,
for real.
Yeah, man. Hey, on that note,
and just to also close it up, ladies, we have to take precautionary action, right? There's no amount of idealism and general man-hating that's going to fix anything.
Right.
The world will always be this imperfect.
Right.
You gotta take precautionary takes. You gotta do what you can, hopefully to prevent stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, man. But with that, we'd like to say this has been another episode of Coast to Coast.
Let's go.
Please like, share, comment. We want to know what y'all think about these subjects because these are really potent subjects.
Yeah,
so man, let us know down in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks,